Hello. I started practicing Transcendental Meditation or TM when I was 13 years old. It remains my primary form of meditation, although I've continued exploring and training in different forms of mindfulness and meditation throughout my entire life. So I want to talk about how these practices may help you with gender dysphoria, negative self talk, self hatred, and that painful feeling people often call imposter syndrome. First, meditation is not a cure. Being transgender doesn't need to be cured. It can't stop someone from misgendering you. It can't eliminate discrimination or replace the gender affirming care you need. But it can help create a little space between what you feel, what your mind says, and what you actually do or feel about it next. When dysphoria becomes intense, your body often responds with stress. Your muscles tighten, your heart speeds up, and your breathing may become faster, shallower, or both. In that state, frightening and self critical thoughts can feel especially convincing. Your breath is one accessible way to influence that level of arousal. A simple technique you can try is just taking a comfortable breath through your nose, followed by a smaller sip of air, then release one long, gentle through your mouth. Do that 2 or 3 times without forcing it. This is sometimes called a physiologic sigh. Research on repeated form called cycle-sighing suggests that practicing it can improve your mood and reduce physiologic arousal. Another option is simple paced breathing. Gentle inhale for 2 to 4 counts and exhale through your mouth for 4 to 6 counts. The numbers aren't magic. What matters is that the breath remains comfortable and the exhale is slightly longer than the inhale. You may have heard of box breathing. 4 in, hold for 4, 4 out, hold for 4. Some people find it helpful, but breath holding makes others feel a bit more anxious. There's no prize for forcing yourself through it. If you become dizzy, air hungry, or more distressed, stop and return to normal breathing. Once your body is a little steadier, mindfulness can help what your mind is saying. Excuse me. Now, mindfulness does not mean emptying your mind. It means simply noticing that internal talk and what's happening to your body without immediately treating it as a command or a verdict or even the truth. For instance, if your internal mind is saying, I'm a fraud, try consciously saying, I'm noticing the thought that I'm a fraud. Recognize it and let it go. Instead of, I will never look right, try reminding yourself, my mind is predicting that I will never feel comfortable. That small change does not pretend the pain is imaginary. It simply reminds you that a thought is something your mind produced, not a fact. You are not your thoughts. None of us are. Then maybe try adding compassion. When you have a bad thought, think, this is a painful dysphoric moment. Or, I do not have to solve my entire identity tonight. Just let it go. Or, what is one kind thing I can do for myself in the next 10 minutes? And you don't have to jump from internal thoughts of I hate my body to I love every part of my body. That may feel impossible and maybe even dishonest. Body neutrality is absolutely allowed and encouraged. For instance, consciously think, this is my body during a difficult moment. Or, my body deserves care even when I'm struggling with it. Or, my worth is not determined by what I see in this mirror. Now, about imposter syndrome. Doubt does not prove you're transgender, but it doesn't disqualify you either. People can question, explore, change labels, or decide not to use any labels at all. You don't need to demonstrate a particular amount of suffering to earn permission to understand yourself. And if focusing internally makes things worse, especially if you have trauma, panic, or dissociation, don't try to force meditation. Keep your eyes open, feel your feet flat against the floor. Name 5 things you can see. Hold something cool or textured. Step away from the mirror and orient yourself to the room. Meditation should not become another test you can fail. Different nervous systems need different tools. Finally, breathing and mindfulness are supports. They're not substitutes for healthcare, therapy, community, or transition. If self hatred is becoming constant or you're thinking about harming yourself and cannot stay safe, please tell someone you trust and contact a qualified mental health professional, crisis service, or call emergency services where you live. You do not have to carry that moment alone. So when the cruel internal voice arrives, remember, you do not have to fight it. You don't have to obey it or become it. It's not you. Notice the thought, feel your feet, lengthen your exhale, then choose the next kind, caring action. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. Hit those buttons over there. Boop, 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 boop. Leave a comment. I always try and get back to them as quickly as I can, although it's taken me a lot longer now as I've reached more people. But your following and everything always leave me with a warm and fuzzy feeling in my tummy. Of course, let's always love, support, and protect one another. And if you know, you know. Meow, meow.